Call of Duty Ghosts is the 10th Call of Duty in as many years. We figured it might be a good time to take stock of the series and rank them all from worst to best. Note that this isn't based on IGN's review scores. Our Call of Duty fans put their heads together and ranked the games in order of current stature and overall quality. Here we go. Call of Duty 3 felt much more simplistic than the rest of the series. There's no kill cam, no real radar or minimap. The campaign features far too many scripted QuickTime events. Call of Duty 3 is just forgettable. What were we talking about again? Kiefer Sutherland's familiar voice couldn't save this misstep. In the wake of the impressive Modern Warfare, returning to World War II felt like a step backwards for the series. World at War had its moments, but in the grand scheme of the franchise, it played it a little too safe. Modern Warfare 3 almost suffocated under the weight of its own spectacle and the need to outdo itself. Bigger isn't always better. There are still memorable sequences, but the absurdity had begun to outweigh the thrills. Meanwhile, multiplayer didn't add anything truly new to the experience. It was more refinement than reinvention. 10 years old now, the first Call of Duty set the model the series has followed ever since. First was its emphasis on the player being part of a squad, which was in stark contrast to the lone wolf approach of most shooters of the time. It also established the "you are there" experiences through incredible set pieces that have defined every game in the series. This blueprint is still being followed today. Black Ops moved Call of Duty into the Cold War and produced some of the best storytelling the series has ever seen. It feels like a gritty take on a classic Bond story. But Black Ops might be best known for taking the incredible zombies mode to insane new heights. Modern Warfare 2 followed very closely in the big footsteps of its predecessor. Multiplayer was improved, but it is perhaps most remembered for one mission, No Russian, which makes you complicit in a horrific massacre. It was at odds with the rest of the game's gung-ho, adventurous tone. In this context, unfortunately, it was too graphic, too sensational, and overshadowed the rest of this excellent game. Ghosts, the most recent entry, isn't a reinvention of the franchise. Rather, it proves the formula still works, and there is still room for innovation. It runs the risk of overcomplicating things at times, but the robust multiplayer, surprisingly fun co-op modes, and lengthy campaign make Ghosts one of our favorite Call of Duties. When Call of Duty 2 landed in the fall of 2005, the World War II shooter genre was oversaturated and headed for irrelevance. But where Medal of Honor had approached the period as a gung-ho, America f***yeah shooting gallery, Call of Duty 2 treated it with a respect that was more fitting. Intense, well-designed battles encouraged intelligent use of cover and flanking maneuvers and were punctuated, never dominated, by scripted sequences that drove home the horrors faced by not only US forces, but the Russian and British contingents as well. This would be the last time such well-tuned shooting would be married to a somber tone before the franchise took a turn into more action movie waters. Black Ops 2 was pretty much everything we want out of a Call of Duty game. Alongside an evolution of the stellar multiplayer game is Transit, a story-based take on zombies mode that provided a wealth of intense survival moments and even a few mysteries. The campaign story featured branching pathways and true moments of choice that resulted in players experiencing different endings, a first for the series. This is a great example of how to evolve an annualized franchise. Infinity Ward changed everything about shooters with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Its multiplayer suite achieved new and unexpected heights with player progression and mid-game variables. Perks, kill streaks, and RPG elements ended up inside almost every multiplayer shooter that followed Modern Warfare. The campaign boasted blockbuster movie production values and intelligent mission design. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is a fantastic game and remains our favorite in the series. 10 years old, and Call of Duty is still going strong. What's your favorite game in the series? Let us know in the comments, and for all things video games, do your duty. Stay tuned, IGN.